everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Mocking Ariana Free and it's Sunday, which means a new video, and today we're going to be reacting to the TNS dance dilemmas that are on the CBBC website because this was requested to me when they first announced that they were going to be doing them, and when I first saw that they were going to be doing them I was like, that would be great to react to. So I literally haven't looked at them since the very first one was released because I'm pretty sure they were slowly releasing parts over the course of a week. So there's like one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday or something like that. I haven't watched any of them. I haven't read the description for any of them. All I know is that it's something to do with like interacting with the viewers and you kind of suggest to them how they should fix things. I don't really know how it's going to work because obviously there's not a new season happening yet. It's not been confirmed, so I'm not really sure what problems they're going to be dealing with that we supposedly need to help them with, but we'll give it an open mind to go into. So we're going to start with Piper today. Part 1 just says, so much has happened to Piper since she joined the next step. Can you give her advice on how to avoid more TNS drama? Send her your suggestions in the comments and check out her updates on Monday and Thursday. Yes, so it's like during the course of the week.
I try to avoid drama more than anybody else I know. I danced myself right into an impossible
Ralphie! I'm intrigued whether this is leading into I've realised that me and Finn was mirroring Alfie and Riley, because I really wanted Piper to make that connection in season 7 and be like, this is wrong and I know it's wrong because I've been the Amy in the situation, basically. Like, I've seen this happen, I've been hurt by other people cheating. I wanted to make that connection, and this is probably a great opportunity to do it. Really, like, you've realised the plot holes that you've made and you're like, oh well, we could fill in those plot holes by doing these little series.
And I hear it say, Piper, how could you?
Everything worked out between my brother and Riley, and I'm so grateful that it did.
Oh, see, like I just said, I thought that her next point was going to be, I've been in that situation now. But I don't really get what the point of this is yet. I'm not really sure what we're helping her with because this has all been resolved, so I don't know.
As long as you're honest with people, everything works out exactly the way it's supposed to. Right? I thought so until I found myself.
Hang on. Alex Chaves, that trick needs to be in season 8 if there is one, please. Look at that.
Until I found myself.
Oh, yes. Love it. We need some more tricks from Piper.
I found myself in a similar situation.
You're my best friend,
yes.
And it snuck up on me, and I don't...
How could I do this? I had judged Elfie more than anybody, and now I was confessing my feelings to somebody that was already in a relationship. I was kissing that person.
Piper, yes, we love hindsight. Yes, big fan of this. Fill in the plot holes. Yes, reflecting on it. This should have happened like in the episode, the actual series. She could have just had a one line like, why am I doing this? But yes, I like it so far.
A lot has happened since I first joined the next step, and sometimes it's hard to wade through everything and find what is right. How do I make sure I don't find myself in the middle of drama again? Is being honest always the right thing to do? Should I not be honest?
Right, so part 1 is basically asking the CBBC viewers, how does she stop this happening again? Well, if you're asking me, Piper, be honest. Just don't kiss someone that's in a relationship. Like, she could have just said to Finn, look, I like you, okay? But to be honest, that's what she did, and then Finn kissed her, so I feel like Finn should maybe take a bit more rap for this. I'm pretty sure I said that when I was reacting to the stuff. Like, Piper kind of didn't do anything wrong because she didn't kiss Finn. She was just telling him that she likes him, so... Right, second part, and this is just captioned, thank you for sharing your advice, it means so much to have your support. But I don't get where this is going. Is this just a case of trying to wrap things up? I don't really know.
I know way back into
The hair.
I should have listened to my heart and told Finn all of that, but I was scared of letting him know how I felt.
Do you know what, like, I feel like the way that Piper's saying this is like, oh, it's kind of her fault because she should have just said it from the get-go. I don't think she should have. Like, it takes a while to get to know your feelings and how you're actually feeling. I don't really think that was an issue. I think the issue was literally just that they kissed while Finn was with Amy. Like, yeah, maybe she should have just owned up to it sooner, but that's not how life works. like she says, she's scared. She doesn't know if she's 100% sure. I don't get, yeah. Is this just stating the obvious? We already know what happened.
I hid my feelings from him and from myself for a long time.
See, this is stating the obvious, surely. I don't really get where this is going still. Like, what is the point of this? Am I being harsh? I just don't really get what am I watching? I've already seen this. I already know what happened.
If I had just taken a second to breathe, to understand what I was feeling and what I could really do about it instead of bottling it up, then maybe things would have been okay.
Yeah, maybe they would have been okay. Everything could have been different, but everything happens for a reason. We made those choices. Realistically, you did what you did because of a reason. Everything happens for a reason. You can't just say, oh, I wish I just told him sooner because everything would have been avoided. If everything had been avoided, then also Amy probably wouldn't have realised that she liked Henry. Piper wouldn't have grown emotionally. Like, the Dance Mania stuff probably wouldn't have happened, which might have been a good thing. But, like, yeah, I don't think I literally think just the issue is that Finn kissed Piper while he was in a relationship when she was just trying to explain her feelings to him.
It's better to be open and honest about my emotions. Because, let's face it, Finn has never had a problem being honest about his.
You're right, like when he kissed you while being in a relationship with Amy, not being scared to, act on his emotions at all, is he? Props to Finn, yeah. Not being funny, but I am a bit sick of Gave It Away now. I kind of wish that they'd switch the song between each part.
I don't want to hold back anymore. I am ready to be honest with my boyfriend, with my friends, and with myself. Is taking some time for myself and really checking in with my feelings.
Self-care.
Give
Woo!
me your best self-care advice here too.
Yes, self-care. But like, why is Piper still talking about things that have already been resolved and stuff? I feel like it would have been much better if they'd, like, even if she spoke about her anxiety, because that was never a plot in season 7 really. Like, even if she'd kind of gone into that plot hole instead and kind of addressed that area, because Finn, Piper and Amy had already been resolved and fixed. I don't really know. Kenzie found herself stuck between two priorities at Dance Mania, A-Trip and her friendship with Rochelle. She isn't sure whether she picked the right side. Give her your best advice in the comments. We're still trying to force this friendship between Kenzie and Rochelle. They spoke once, one episode, and then she slammed the door in her face. Like, it's not a friendship. It's not. Like, this is on about Kenzie not being sure she's friends with Rochelle or wants to go to Dance Mania. They've already made up. They've already, like, resolved things. A-Trip all came back together. Dance Mania's done. Why are we harping on still? I don't get it.
People ask me what's my motto, but I'm not fixing to run until I live longer. I've too much story.
From the first time I came to the next,
Sorry.
it seemed like once we decided to go to Dance Mania, some people stopped putting A-Trip first. Some of the dancers started thinking more about themselves. It made me start thinking about what I want.
Did it, Kenzie?
I thought about it a lot when we saw Rochelle for the first time. For a while, she was my best friend at the next step. Or at least my best friend of me.
Was she? I want to see this, but come on, show me the best friendship, please, in more than 1 or 2 scenes.
You need someone to keep you in check, so why don't you let that be me?
Right, that's it. Like, what? We're really forcing a plot here for Kenzie. Really, really forcing it. Do you know what would have been cool for Kenzie? If she'd been like, oh, everyone kind of has their thing and I don't really have anything yet. How do I find my own personal goals? How do I decide what I want for myself? Something like that. Like, why? Yeah.
When Rochelle auditioned for Dance Mania as a soloist and left the team without telling me or anyone else, I acted in ways I wasn't proud of. I pride myself on being a good friend, but what if your friend does something to hurt the team? What side am I supposed to be on then?
Kenzie wants advice on how to be a good friend. Kenzie, you should know by now, that's your only plot ever. You're always just a friend. How do you not know how to be a good friend? We already know the outcome. We already know that everyone's kind of fixed things. And I know that Kenzie's now asking for advice as a friend, not necessarily the Rochelle scenario, but like, I'm not enjoying this series. Okay, then the second part says, you've given me some great advice about Rochelle. I think I need to speak to her. Like, Okay. But there's something else on my mind. Maria's behaviour at Dance Mania. See, there was not enough of a plot with Kenzie and Rochelle's friendship to make it last through the 3 parts, even though they're like 1 minute long each. Kenzie needs something else because there's not enough depth there.
I might have done it. I might have left A-Troop for that opportunity.
Where's this coming from, please? Like, maybe when Rochelle was like going solo, and Kenzie could have said something like that, like, oh yeah, you know what, and then we could have had like a rivalry within the team, like who agrees with Rochelle and who doesn't. But this is coming literally out of nowhere. It's like Kenzie's never shown these feelings, and I get maybe it was like internal, she didn't have it on the outside, but this seems so forced and random.
Rochelle was true to herself and she followed her dreams. Should I be a little more focused on myself too? But if so, how do I do that without turning out like Maria?
You gotta be yourself, girl. You gotta get yourself a plot. We gotta learn some more about your personality. And to avoid turning out like Maria, just be a nice person. Just think about other people. Like you can go and be your own person without being selfish and not caring about anyone. Hello everybody, so today it is Friday and the final part of Kenzie's Dance Dilemmas came out yesterday. Winnie's have been released now, so I'm going to react to Winnie's when I'm properly like got my makeup on and everything, and I'll sit down and do it because I'm going to do Winnie's, Pete's and Cleo's all in one video. This video is obviously just Kenzie and Piper, but I'm going to react to the final part of Kenzie's now that it's up. Part 3 is basically saying Winnie needs a friend. Kenzie has noticed that Winnie isn't her usual self at the next step. She isn't sure what to say, but she knows that you give her some good advice. When did this happen? Like, I know they're probably just wanting to link into Winnie being next, but why not have it linked then to B Troop versus A Troop? Surely that would be a good link rather than conjuring up this storyline that's never happened. Although maybe they'll say in this that this is like something that wasn't seen on season 7, because season 7, I don't think Winnie spoke to Kenzie once.
First, I'll never shut the door on somebody who's trying to follow their dreams.
She didn't do it because Rochelle was following her dream though, did she? Like, maybe she should have said, I'll never shut the door on someone before hearing them out. Like, give them a fair chance. Yeah, because Rochelle wasn't completely in the right, was she? She could have told the team a bit prior and everything.
And I'm gonna work on putting our friendship back together again.
Okay, so season 8, if there is one, Kenzie and Rochelle are going to be friends. Hooray! Applaud for Kenzie.
I'm going to be a good teammate, a good friend, and most importantly, I'm going to make my dreams happen.
Right, so the description for that last part wasn't actually anything to do with the video. I think that's just about Winnie's. Doesn't really seem like it's in the right place there, but Kenzie's basically just saying, yeah, don't always put the team before yourself because sometimes you need to focus on yourself. Making other people happy is good, but are you making yourself happy? I agree, Kenzie. But like, same with Piper's, I just feel like it's such an empty idea. It's like, okay, Kenzie wanted to supposedly step out on her own, but she never did that in season 7. Like, I would have at least liked it to have some relevance. I don't know. Yeah, not loving these dance dilemmas at the moment. If I was changing it in some way, like to give constructive criticism, so what they could have improved on, I think Kenzie's plot really should have been about realising that she hasn't been putting herself first when she realised that B Troop were going to nationals and she didn't really have anything left because she hadn't established what she wanted on the next step. She'd just kind of been a follower, just been people's friend. She hadn't really stepped out into her own, which then link into Winnie's, and she could be like, I'm not sure who should go to nationals. And then Winnie, I'm guessing, is going to talk about that because what other issues did... Oh, okay, I've just seen the description for Winnie's. I'm quite excited to watch that. I feel like the plots in terms of these dance dilemmas could have been a lot stronger for Piper and Kenzie. So Piper's could have been about her anxiety and Kenzie's could have been about realising she hasn't really had like a prominent position on the team. I think the ones with Winnie and Pete might be quite interesting because I'm guessing they're going to talk about how B Troop is set to go to nationals and A Troop would just come in. That's relevant because we didn't get any episodes after that point. So it's like, yeah, it'd be interesting to actually hear what they have to say. But with Piper talking about Finn, even though they've already resolved everything, and Kenzie talking about her friendship with Rochelle and wondering how to step out on her own without turning into someone like Maria, it's kind of just like, Well, I kind of prefer Kenzie's, to be honest. If I rank them, Piper's at the bottom at the moment and Kenzie's slightly above. I don't know, I feel like they're just a bit empty. They're not very solid ideas that are being carried through, really. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing Winnie's and Pete's and Cleo's maybe, because Cleo could maybe be like, A troop want to go now, B troop are going as well. So I kind of like to see the B troopers more than the A troopers, because A troopers don't really have a plot anymore. Everything got resolved for them except for the nationals thing. I might wait to do my second part to this video and just do all three of them in the one part, so don't expect it to be next week or anything. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below what you thought of the dance dilemmas if you're able to see it. It is UK only because it's on the CBBC website rather than YouTube. But yeah, just let me know what you think. For me though, it's very forgettable. It's not really essential. I don't feel like it's filling in many plot holes. I like how Piper acknowledged that her situation was mirroring of James, Riley and Alfie, but I feel like it's too little too late and it doesn't really need to be addressed now. It could have just been in the show. And with Kenzie and Rochelle, it's not needed. And if we wanted to give Kenzie, like, oh, what shall I do for my future, that could have been her plot for season 7 rather than in this tiny series. But at least that could lead into something for season 8 potentially, if there is one. I'm not sure, but let me know your thoughts and make sure you subscribe because I post every Sunday. Next week, I will be uploading a ranking lost and found auditions video, just like I did for the Next Step auditions. And then maybe the week after I'll have the second part of this. I'm not sure yet though. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you later, guys. Bye!